Hi everyone, my name is Michael Gross. I'm the wingman on the Wingman's Path to Positivity and Certified Law of Attraction Life Coach. And I'm here with my wife, Janet Sokoloff,
Hey everybody.
LCSW, which stands for Licensed Clinical Social Worker and Psychotherapist. And I like to say Wonder Woman Extraordinaire.
So sweet. Hey everybody, we're so glad you could join us for this quick video on our tips, tricks, strategies, and suggestions on how to enhance and improve and get more love into your life and your relationship. We have been together for 22 years, and during that time, we've been through a lot. It hasn't been all traveling around the world. We've been through tremendous health issues and money issues and employment issues and kid issues.
We've had our share.
Yeah, and we have really learned a lot along this journey on how to not let those challenges derail us as a couple, and how to enhance the foundation, enhance the love that we have between each other. And we really, really wanted to share all of that with you. So we wanted to give you maybe our top five.
Our top five
Strategies.
or thoughts or ideas on how you can improve your relationship.
Yeah,
How you can
yeah,
improve
yeah.
any relationship, but maybe the more specifically your love
Your love
relationship.
relationship. So why
So-
don't you bring us to number one?
Well, number one, I used to call keep one eye closed, but since starting the Wingman's Path to Positivity, what I call it now is focus on the positives.
Yeah.
Focus on the positives of your spouse, your partner, your
The relationship
rela-
itself,
y-
right?
The relationship itself. One of the things I've learned is what you focus on expands. So if you start looking at the negatives of your relationship, of your spouse or your partner,
Comparing it perhaps.
oh God,
right, to others.
you're just going to lead yourself to a path of divorce, breaking up, and
Or just unhappiness.
Unhappiness.
Profound unhappiness.
you know it's no different. You're right, because it's no different in looking for the positives in your life. You know, the relationship is, you have to look for the positives in your relationship.
In your relationship, in your partner, seeing them with what did I call it? Putting on
Rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, rose-colored
love
glasses or
goggles.
love goggles. I like the expression, putting on those love goggles and looking at your partner and at the relationship through the eyes of love. What's endearing about them, what their skills are, what their strong suit is, what brought you to love them in the first place, and rekindling that by keeping on those love goggles to see them through that lens.
That's a great lens, and I call it rose-colored glasses. And sometimes people think that has a negative connotation, but not me. I think when you're looking at your partner
Yeah.
with rose-colored glasses, that's how you want to see them. That's how you always want to see them, and I think that will help the relationship grow.
Yes.
And it will nurture the relationship,
Yes.
because you'll be focusing on the positives, on
Absolutely.
the loving parts of it.
And as you would say, the more you look at the positives at them, the more positives there will be to look at.
One of the things I've learned greatly, or is greatly a word? I'm not sure.
Why
But
not?
one of the things I have definitely learned since being the wingman on the Wingman's Path is everything is about your vibration. And when you start looking at things positively and with love, you're going to start having more love and positivity in your life.
Absolutely.
And that goes for your relationship double.
Let's go to number two.
Please.
One of my personal favorites. Listen like it's the first date. Remember that first date, and hopefully it was a good one. You're curious on a first date, aren't you? You want to know if this person is right for you. You want to know if there's potential there, if there's a future there, if there's a second date there even. And the only way we can learn that is through getting to know that person and listening.
Really
Not
listening.
just listening with your ears, but like with your heart and with your soul and with your being, wanting to know who they are. We get, as the years go by, wouldn't you say, anyone who's in any kind of relationship,
Yes. We
we
start
stop-
listening less and less.
We do a partial listen,
Right.
you know, and
I often say, I can't tell you how many times Janet would be saying something to me, and I'd be watching TV, I'd be on my phone, I'd be on my computer, and she'd say, "You're not listening to me," and I would repeat back word for word
Verbatim,
exactly
yes,
what she
you
would
would.
say, but it wasn't that I was listening. I was just hearing the words. I wasn't hearing what she was saying, though.
Right, and when your partner, you know your partner isn't truly hearing you, what does that do? It makes us feel alone, it makes us feel not valued, not important. So put down that phone, shut off that TV, and I would say for a good half hour to an hour a day, turn on your listening skills. Not only will it make your partner feel so much more valued, but you will feel like you are embracing them and knowing them again and holding them on a different level. So listen like it's your first date.
I
There's
like that.
always some, don't you agree?
Listen like it's your first
Don't
date.
you agree? I'm saying,
Yeah.
isn't that leading? But don't you agree that even with people we've known 10, 20, 30, 40 years, there's still something new to learn about them. There's still something new to know about them. And that's where the excitement lies.
Well, it's funny you say that because even if there's not something new to learn, still listen like it's your first date.
Good. Glad you heard that one.
Yes. Let's go to number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 is one of my favorites, and it's to step up first. What I mean by that is be quick to forgive. Be quick to do something for your partner. Be the one who brings the relationship forward, moves it forward. You know, so
Yeah,
often, and I think
great one.
you've said this, and I'd rather you expound on it. You know, if you think your partner's not, you know, maybe respecting you or just not
Doing enough, helping you, complimenting you, filling up the car with gas, didn't make you a coffee, whatever it is. And I think often those little things enough of them grows into resentment. So we start saying, well, he or she doesn't do this for me, so I'm not doing it for him. And that compounds itself. But what if, just what if, you said, it doesn't matter. I'm bringing the coffee. I'm making the dinner. I will fill up the car with gas. I will be the one to step up. What might happen in that relationship?
Again, I'm going to go back to vibration because I'm a big believer in that. And I think when you start stepping up, you start changing your vibration.
Yes.
As opposed to focusing on the negatives, you're focusing on the positives because you're doing something from love.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do something from love, you get more love in your life.
Right.
And don't think just because you're doing one thing, that's going to do it because you're waiting for a response from your
Right,
partner.
good
Don't be
point.
doing it because
Great
you want
point.
that quick response.
Good
Just
point.
be doing it out of love, and what you will find is you will receive love back. It's
Yes.
a law of the universe.
Yes, just, you know, when we look at something as small as a little domino cube in that old game of dominoes, you know, if there's thousands of domino cubes lined up, just that one tilting over, what does it do? The whole lineup
It's such a great point.
falls away.
Great point.
And it's the same in relationships. Altering a behavior alters the behavior of the person
Nicely
who
stated.
you are loving. And so
Great.
step up,
Let's go to number 4.
okay?
Number 4 is to grow together.
And grow individually.
How important. I don't believe if, you know, when there's 2 people in a relationship, there's actually 3, I don't want to say
Entities, kind of,
thank
right?
you.
Yes,
And
yes.
each of them have to grow.
Yes.
Now, if you're not growing individually, it's going to be very difficult for your relationship
Yes,
to grow.
yes.
If you're not happy, it's very hard for your relationship to be happy.
Yes.
So what you have to do is, one, help your relationship grow, but also don't forget yourself.
Right.
Don't forget about keeping yourself happy and making sure you're growing and being a big cheerleader and motivator for your partner.
So let's talk for a second on how can we help our relationship together to grow.
Okay.
Doing things together, finding common interests, having a great laugh, going somewhere, and not, you know, and that has to be something that's consistently invested in, you know, not resting on the laurels of, oh, we did that great trip 10 years ago, and that's that. It's continuously bringing new life, new energy, new enthusiasm as a couple into the relationship.
Same for yourself.
Same
you have
for
to keep
yourself.
growing individually. You can't, otherwess you're going to strangle the relationship. You'll strangle the relationship.
And don't you find sometimes people feel almost unnerved or guilty about growing themselves as a person because they feel it's taking away from the relationship? But in fact, it's investing in the relationship because, as you would say, when your vibration raises, when you're feeling better about yourself, when you're feeling more confident or you're learning more, you're experiencing new things, all that enthusiasm is injected into the relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then the relationship is really spinning at a whole new,
Let's face
exciting
it,
level.
if either partner is not happy in the relationship with themselves, it's going to be very difficult to have a happy relationship.
Yes.
Let's go to number
Number
five.
five.
Number five. I love number five.
I call this, or I didn't come up with this myself.
But we've used the term
yes,
a lot.
But we have. It's called the WD-40 of your relationship.
It's a great
Right.
a great term.
Right. And now, what household would be without a can of WD-40 to fix all those little things in the house that need a quick fix, that need tending to?
What we like to call is greasing the skids
Right,
for
there
your
you go.
relationship.
So
right?
by that we mean the little things that grow into the huge things. It means a compliment, a hug, a kiss, holding hands, a pat on the back. It's you did a great job. It's those little tender moments that create the foundation of the larger relationship.
Well, I think so many people think it's the big things that make a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. It's the small things that build up. The big things will come when you take care of the small things, when you're constantly making certain that your partner is
feels
valued.
feels complimented and valued and adored. And so my best way to remember that one is always the
Yeah, it's a great
am
line.
I using the WD-40 of this relationship today?
It's a great line.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us
Really,
today for
thank
these
you.
quick ideas on how to help your relationship.
Grow and thrive. So we are going to be doing a longer, more in-depth conversation about these topics and others about love. And if we would love to have you join us for that, and we'll be sending you sending out an
Absolutely.
email and inviting you to join us for that conversation, and we'd love to have you.
We'll go
there.
more into depth with each one of these tips on how to really focus and help your relationship grow.
Grow and thrive. Yeah, and we look forward to doing that with you.
Thanks for
listening.
joining us today.
Bye-bye.